me Anthony. Come on, miss this for my dad. Call me Anthony. I swear to God. Within 12 hours, this guy is my brother's representation. He's in county lockup at 11:30 at night, meeting with my brother. He's got, he's going to get him completely, all of this dismissed. Everything is going to be dismissed.
Of course, there's no evidence. They were basically just hoping someone's stupid and they could. Wow. Hey,
and they found one. I love him, but they did find one, and he's just naive. He's a kid. He's like 47 now, my brother, but he's a little kid. He's never had to grow up.
Right.
You know.
Hey, if I want to play some of his music at the end of the show, should I just Google Sir Sleeps a Lot on YouTube, and will I find something?
Likely not.
No, okay.
Likely not. I don't think he's getting any kind of a. He's not getting any Spotify checks.
Big recording. Okay.
Yeah.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, it's time to bring on our favorite comedian in the entire world.
Oh, thank God.
Andrew J. Rivers. Andrew, in Seattle, or are you in Tacoma? Where are you today?
I'm in Seattle.
Okay. Welcome back. You were opening for a big-time name, Christopher Titus, this past weekend in Tacoma. And
in Spokane, yeah. His career's going a little downhill, so he can't play Tacoma right now.
I'm sure.
That's right. It was Spokane. Those are the same clubs, right? The comedy, what was it called? Tacoma Comedy Club?
Spokane Comedy Club. Yeah, they are opening Louisville. They're opening Tulsa. He's really expanding. So
okay. How's Titus? I know he's like your stepdad.
Yeah, he's okay. President Zelensky isn't the only comic who survived an assassination attempt.
That's only funny because I know about this. This was he was heckled at a show recently, right? Like seriously heckled.
Yeah, so we were in Baltimore, or Timonium, the suburb.
What the hell were you doing in that part of the country, man? I could have warned you about that.
Yeah, well, we've
you
nicknamed
were what they call
the
Timonium, hon. You out there in Timonium.
Yeah. We've nicknamed it the Pandemonium and Timonium. You got to give everything a name.
Oh my God, I love this.
So I just happened to be in the same city, and comedians were like planets. We're on this rotation every 6 months. You orbit coast to coast. So if we just happen to be in the same city, I was like, let me stop by and see my buddy, and he's doing well. He's working on his 10th comedy special, and he's a real hard worker. Like, all sorts of comics, like people have to work multiple jobs due to staff shortages. But last week I saw him work security and physically remove his own heckler.
Nice.
And I have it on video. But
gigs.
Here's the story. So I'm in the green room, and like some of the clubs have a fancy video screen where you can watch the show. But this, broom closet basically has like a in the ceiling, like a Greyhound bus terminal, so Chris keeps trying to rip this heckler, and then all of a sudden I can hear his pitch change from like performer mode to like he's genuinely angry,
Yeah.
Which
like
is
that
a
guy
hard...
like that guy from Seinfeld. What was his name?
Yeah. Titus avoided the N-word, thanks to Joe Rogan for telling us all about that. But although that might have been better than what happened. But
Titus
anyway,
is okay. He didn't get physically hurt.
No. Okay. But he's alive. We're good. And this was all last week, so we hung out recently, and he's got all of his limbs. But anyway, I can hear him switch, from like, and it's hard to tell because he sounds like a lunatic on stage all the time anyway. But so I run out there and I'm like, let me see what's going on. Like maybe I can film a fight and go viral because my jokes aren't doing it.
That's your first concern.
Yeah.
Like father, like son.
Video.
Yeah.
So a couple audience members start shoving each other, like a little shoving match breaks out between the heckler and the guy who was telling him to shut up the whole show. And there happens to be a blind woman at their table also. So
great.
They kind of knock into her, and she has no idea what's going on. There's just a bunch of yelling, and she's blind, so like all of her other senses are stronger. She's just got this huge whiff of Axe body spray all around her,
Axe.
Debilitating amount, yeah.
Yes.
Oh, man, that stuff should be classified as a chemical weapon, let me tell you.
Honestly,
it
it
is.
stings
What do you
the
mean should be?
eyeballs.
It is.
Send stingers to Ukraine and Axe body spray to Russia. The thing will be over in a couple days.
Jesus.
So the
You're not
waitresses
kidding.
start escorting people out because there's no security guards.
boy.
So Titus is like trying to console the blind woman, and she's having a panic attack. And then the guys are still yelling by the exit, and you can hear it in the showroom. And so Titus gets off stage and approaches the guy in a way that CNN would describe as mostly peaceful. And
I like mostly these.
He's a peacekeeper.
know.
He's a peacekeeper.
yeah.
Yes.
So another shoving match breaks out, and we're all holding him back and going like, "Don't ruin your career, even though you're already in Timonium. It's clearly not going well." But
How bad can it get?
yeah, and so this huge melee happens, and then Titus goes back on stage, finishes the show, and still gets a standing ovation, which is
No kidding.
amazing.
He's good. He's really
From all the people that still, their legs weren't broken at least. But
Right.
now I filmed like 4 minutes of this melee.
Yes,
And-
you were serious about wanting to get it on TMZ.
Yeah, I was. What do you think? Should I? I mean, I would of course wait for his permission to do anything with
If
it.
you replace the blind woman with Rihanna or somebody else, then they'd be interested.
Can you Photoshop? Yeah, who wears glasses a lot? Yeah, that's good.
I don't know.
I don't know. Would it help or would it hurt his career? Would this be like a Kim K sex tape thing, or would it be like?
Unless you screwed him in the ass.
I'd have to see it to really see how he came off. If he came
Right.
off as defending a damsel in distress who is sight impaired, it could be a wonderful, wonderful thing. The way I see viral fame these days is you either have to come off pretty saint-like, like virtue signaling saint-like,
Yeah.
or you have to be super evil, like as in Trump, Putin. You have to like,
Anything
totally
in
go the other
between, no one's really going to care about. Yeah.
way. Just get lost in the noise. Yeah,
Yep.
just the way it goes.
I don't know. Yeah. You worry that like he might get canceled but it's like Louis C.K. is still touring. Like it didn't, I mean, he's touring Ukraine and stuff. So, but
Sure.
He is not.
anyway,
Who's going to come out?
do
Who's
you
going to
think
come out against Chris Titus, though? I mean, who
Yeah,
like the
he's-
six
I
guys that
think
were with the
that's- yeah.
loudmouth? Yeah.
Nobody wants to steal his cheese right now because he doesn't have that much cheese, but he's still a great,
Right.
great legendary comic. So
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah,
He's-
I agree with him. I think like we've all been in isolation too long. Hecklers need to be taught a lesson. This isn't Facebook. Real life has consequences, and if you're in
That's
Baltimore,
And
you
guess
get
what?
punched. That's what happens out there.
You lose your
Well,
teeth.
you are so right about that, man. We have all become keyboard strong.
Yeah.
that's
Anyway.
that's a terrible phrase, keyboard strong, but it's so appropriate.
It is.
Yeah.
Keyboard
I think
courage.
I've talked him into we were talking about it this weekend, and I think he might put it out himself, and I think that would maybe blunt any.
Yeah, I don't
Negative.
think he's going to get grief because, like I said, he's not on one
Right.
end of the spectrum or the other. But in fact, these days,
You know what? I think he'd be better off if somebody else put it out. Anonymous. I caught this comedian coming to the defense of a blind woman at his show where security was non-existent and a melee broke out. I think rather than him put it out, I think an anonymous.
but then
look what
then
this
he
guy did for
runs the risk
somebody.
of never getting to play in Timonium again.
And there's an upside. Look at that.
There's,
That'd be
Way
very
to find the silver lining, Bob.
I wish there
That
was
should be the
downside.
punishment.
Yeah. What else is new in your life, Andrew? I'm always interested in hearing your point of view about what's going on in the world because you are inheriting this shitberg from us,
Ouch.
and it's like an iceberg made of shit.
Made of shit. Absolutely. Most of it's underwater. I'd be wary.
And what isn't
And we
underwater
made
is
it.
about to be underwater. I don't know if you saw the stuff about the Amazon rainforest today, but
boy.
they've determined that the Amazon rainforest is having historically difficult times recovering from any stresses, and they think that large swaths of the Amazon rainforest could become Sahara-like desert
It's only keeping us alive.
Yeah, and that is where folks, in case you know, if you fly on a plane, the oxygen mask drops from the ceiling. The oxygen for the planet drops from the Amazon rainforest. Hello, it's oxygen.
Yeah.
But hey, what do I know?
I'm glad we got to see it, Bob.
Welcome to the Bright Show. Here's your host, Bob Rivers.
But aside from that, Andrew, are you buying into this Zelensky's a hero and Putin's the bad guy, and that should we do a no-fly zone? Do you think about this stuff at all?
Well, I just finished watching my third YouTube video, so I would consider myself an expert on this. I'm glad you asked.
Got a postdoctorate at YouTube.
I will say,
YouTube.
I will say I'm impressed with the news coverage on it, because it feels like this is what American 24-hour news is built for, like a real war, not just like war on Christmas.
Word up.
And like I saw Putin's trying to hide the number of casualties and filtering the reporting into Russia now, and I'm like, what is this, Florida during COVID? What kind of crazy place? I think my point being that like this is kind of happening. I do think that it's going to be hard to have conventional warfare because people are on TikTok going, look, there's a tank on a train heading south. And that is happening before anyone can even, report it or whatever. So
that does change things a bit, yeah.
I think that it's just going to be hard to win a conventional thing, but I don't know. Some estimates say that there could be like 50,000 dead by the end of the war, which is like 1 month of COVID deaths. So I don't know. Is war? We just lifted our mask mandates and we had 61,000 deaths in February.
Now, you can't put an equal value on human lives, my son. Haven't you learned that yet in this world?
I mean, that's where this is why my bomb shelter friend wears a T-shirt that says "No Lives Matter." So
of course he does.
Wow.
Yeah, no, and everything that's going on is being reported. I was saying earlier, like that movie "Don't Look Up." Everything that's going on is being reported as a story, as a reality television story that's breaking and. What's going to happen? What's the outcome going to be?
They're going to hack our grid. They're going to hack our companies. We're going to be in the dark with no computers.
Meanwhile, I picture all these oligarchs, sitting at their computers in Russia and the U.S., and I picture them sort of running the show because they're all about the prices of their investments and making more billions. And it sort of feels like the U.S. oligarchs. We should have, like, if you're an oligarch, you should have to register as an oligarch. Heck, just like a sex offender, really.
Yeah. It's a great new game, too. Milton Bradley presents Oligarch. Be the biggest bastard. Be the biggest bastard and win.
Yeah, I don't need a map to tell you. I don't need a map to tell you there's no oligarchs in my neighborhood. Okay, I can just. I can kind of look at Zilla and tell you that's the case.
Yeah, so people are really eager for the U.S. to get involved, and it's like we just got done making fun of how bad Afghanistan went, and we're so eager to start another war. I mean, I love the optimism that we'll win. Russia's already losing the war to mud, so I feel like just let them.
There you go.
That's a good one.
Let them
go.
Let them play.
Let them play.
But we're already winning the war. We're not going to fight a conventional war. The only soldiers that matter are the ones wearing $5,000 suits, and they're cutting off all the money blood. So that's how we're going to win the war.
It's a financial war, definitely. But the war on the ground is also a proxy war for the U.S. All right, Andrew, I have a surprise for you. Your brother is here.
Oh my God,
Gentleman Keith Rivers.
Oh, hello.
But first, we're going to take a
cow.
quick commercial break. We're going to sell some mattresses and gold.
All right, before we kick out of here, Andrew, how was Spokane?
Well, the West Coast is really nice. Spokane is not the best city, but I like, even the graffiti is very uplifting and nice out there. Like all the buildings have writing that say like, follow your dreams and don't give up your day job. And, where the East Coast burned out buildings are like, what's the side of the brick say?
Oh, yeah, it
drop
says-
bombs.
Well, it says abandon
Drop
all
acid,
hope,
not-
actually. Abandon all hope.
yeah.
Oh, great.
You know, and
Tune
you got
in,
license
drop
plates that
out.
say "Live free or die." And in New
Yeah.
York, they're trying to get the license plate to say "fuck you, motherfucker," but they haven't got that.
It says just die.
Just
It
die.
was, it was
Anyway.
taken by Baltimore.
I can't believe I just swore like that. I don't really do that.
That's okay.
All right, Andrew, I'm glad to hear you're doing well and you had fun with your stepdad.
Thanks for letting me off the hook for the family visit. I appreciate that.
Oh, that's all right. No, actually, when you come visit us, I'm always hoping you'll leave in 3 days.
Fish and guests, folks.
Every
They
family
both
member
stay-
Just
should leave
like
in 3
every
days.
other, just like every woman I've ever dated. So
That's right.
Oh,
no,
boy.
no, it was just right. It was good to just hang and visit with you. It was great. And now Keith is here. Really, what you did is you didn't get to see Keith.
Yeah, I missed you.
bummer.
Oh wow, you missed me.
There's a lot of emotion there.
It's a Rivers family.
Thank you.
No, I'm
I
kidding.
missed you too.
Yeah. Well, I was gonna come visit you for a week, but then I just got another show that I have to fly back to the East Coast for. So,
Ah,
we'll see what
you're busy.
happens.
That's cool. All right, everybody, take care this week. Hopefully, World War III, which I'm already calling this World War III, because we
Stop.
are basically playing on a chessboard. It's our war, right? It's NATO and the
Yeah,
U.S.
but this guy, for all the Hitler comparisons, he comes up short in all the dangerous areas.
He does, but hopefully he also
got
comes
the
up
nukes.
short in the.
Sanity.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, hopefully he
Yeah.
comes up short in that he's just stupid and not crazy. That's what I pray for.
Yeah.
Dear God,
here.
please make him just stupid and not crazy.
Happy virtue signaling to you all, everybody. Until next time.
I'm gonna put the Ukrainian flag colors in my Twitter bio. That'll change everything.
Yeah.
My friend, we cannot keep this a secret any longer.
Bob and Zip.
Tell us what you're gonna do tonight, Mama. There must be some place you can go. In the middle of the tall drinks and the drama, there must be someone you know. God knows you're looking good enough, but you're so smooth and the world's so rough. You might have something to lose. Oh no, pretty mama, what you gonna do in those shoes? Got those pretty little straps around your ankles. Got those shiny little chains around your arms. You got to have your independence, but you don't know just where to start. Desperation in the singles bars, all those jerk-offs in their fancy cars. You can't believe your reviews. Oh no, you can't do that once you started wearing those shoes. to score you. Hit you with a shovel that's so sincere. Ooh, they got the kid glove. You just want someone to talk to. They just want to get their hands on